if you are too aware in this world, you are definitely going to suffer. You are going to suffer so much that you would wish you were never born. You're going to see things that you're never meant to see. Things that will traumatize you. Things that other people cannot see. You're going to understand things that other people cannot understand. When other people are being manipulated, you think they're just playing along. But they're very brilliant. I mean, they're playing along. Until you realize, no, they're not playing along. They just don't see what's going on, and it will shock you. You're going to see the truth in lies. You're going to switch on your television, watch the news. Something in you is going to be like, nah. You're going to go to class, and the teacher walks in and start teaching. Something is just gonna be like, nah. You're gonna try to get into relationships and realize how fake everyone is. Something in you is gonna be like, nah. It's gonna be very difficult for you to cope in this world. What happens when a person is not coping? They start to look for communities where there are people who are like them, people who are not coping, people who are not okay. Because people don't want to feel alone. You've realized that the world is BS. You've realized that a lot of things that you were told about this world are lies. You realize that things don't work the way that we think they do. You're going to want to be with people who can see the truth. If you find a group of people who are saying that they were sent here on earth to help people, to awaken people, that does something to your ego, right? You were chosen. You are here to save a higher purpose. That is why life never made sense to you. It's because you were chosen. You're a starseed. You're an indigo child. You're a lightworker. You're here to bring light. You're here to bring light into the world. The world is a dark place. Of course, if you find a community like that, you're going to feel like that's home. Because it does something to your ego, right? You're chosen. The Matrix final deception for those who are awakening is New Age spirituality. That's the final trap. New Age teachers are going to tell you the truth about this world. They're going to tell you how horrible the world is because they know that you know that. They want to tell you that the world is horrible. They want to tell you everything that you know and lie to you about everything that you don't know. Some of them will tell you that they're channeling some aliens. And these aliens are saying to them that everyone chose to be here. Everyone wanted to be here. We create our own reality. We can create any reality that we want. We signed some contracts before we came here because there are some lessons that we need to learn. If we don't learn these lessons, God is so good that He's going to send us back to learn. He's not going to be like, oh, you failed, and because you failed, I'm going to punish you. No. It's going to be like, no, I'm going to send you back. You're going to try again until you learn your lesson. There are a lot of these teachers. They're going to say something that's going to comfort you, and you don't realize that it's a trap. You were chosen. You are here to make the world a better place. If you don't realize that, that's another level of manipulation. You're trapped. You're going to think that you are here to save your papers. You were chosen. And it's going to make you feel like you're better than everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was chosen. That is who I am. And that's going to help you heal. Can you imagine if you suffer a lot in your life and someone tells you that you're actually suffering because you were chosen? Like, that's actually the reason why you're suffering, is because you were chosen. There's nothing wrong with you. And it's true, there's nothing wrong with you if you're able to say things as they are and you're struggling to cope because you can say things as they are. But yeah, they didn't tell you that you're chosen. You were chosen. And the chosen ones suffer the most in this world. You see, the reason why you suffer is because you are being trained. You are supposed to suffer the most so that you will be ready. Your suffering is training. It's going to make you feel good. New Age spirituality is only there to stop those who are waking up from realizing the real truth, which is that we are really in a hell realm. You were not sent here so that you can save others. You can't save no one. You're not here because you made a mistake in your past life and you are supposed to fix that mistake. Let me tell you something about mistakes. I can pass a homeless person today, even if I have money in my pocket. Don't give them anything. And tomorrow, I'm thinking, but life must be hard for people who are in the street. And I have money in my pocket and I give them. Next month, not even thinking about homeless people, pass a homeless person. So they just say, I was here to learn to give. If I give a homeless person money, does it mean that I've learned my lesson? I mean, if I stay long enough, I'm probably not gonna give them next time I meet them. You know what I'm saying? So really, let's just say you are here to learn to love, and you find someone that you love, and then you love them, you treat them right. It doesn't mean that in every relationship you'll treat the person that you're in a relationship with right. Sometimes you will make mistakes. There are people who used to be good who became horrible. It doesn't mean that when you are here you are getting better. That's not what is happening. I have a friend who used to be good. He was like my best friend, like my day one for real. Me and him were neighbors, so he was like my day one, and we grew up together. Last year when I came to live this side, he's always been this side really. Like since he came this side, he never went back home. So we reconnected, but something about him changed. He's been stealing things from people. I led him to my room, and we slept in the same room. We're coming from a party. He stayed very far, so it was like, it's all good. His brother asked me if he can sleep in my room. I was like, no, it's all good. So we slept in my room. In the morning, he was like, yo, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. I was like, all right, it's cool. Accompany him. When I went back to my room, my phone is not there. I'm like, what's going on? He stole my phone. But he wasn't that kind of dude. In fact, I stayed with him for like 6 months when I was this side in 2015. He never stole anything from me. He never stole anything. I'll leave my money on the table. I had my laptop. I had a lot of things. He never stole anything from me. But now he steals from everyone. So it doesn't mean that if you keep on coming back here, you are automatically going to become better. You're automatically going to evolve. No, you can end up becoming worse because trauma does mess us up sometimes. Sometimes challenges, do changes. So how many times are you going to keep on coming back here if sometimes you stumble? Sometimes you face challenges that break you. They tell you, oh, you're here to learn, Tell that to people who are truly suffering in this room that they're here to learn. What the heck are they here to learn, bro? Seriously, what the heck are they here to learn? And are there no better ways to learn than to suffer like the way that we're suffering in this world? People be like, yo, you chose your parents. Like, you think we're that stupid? Try to imagine a simulation. Someone created a simulation and you can be in that simulation, and it's gonna be indistinguishable from what you call reality. Will you want to experience being dumped in a bin by your parents? Now, who would choose that? Would you want to experience what it's like to be in a country that's under, you know what I'm saying, in a third world country? Or you would want the best life that you can have. That is why you want the best. You want to have the best dreams. No one wants to have a nightmare. It's obvious that these people are lying to those who are awakening. Those who are realizing that now, man, something is really wrong. See, you don't realize, like, you are about to get closer to the real truth, but then New Age spirituality traps you inside its own bracket. Be like, yeah, the real reason why you're suffering is because of this and that. But if we're able to break out of that, if we're able to come out of that bracket, you'll realize that no, the real truth is that this is a whole realm. There are beings that actually want human beings to suffer, that want animals to suffer, and it is obvious. And I don't know why I wasn't able to see that. I should have been able to see that since I was 5, bro. It is like obvious. But human beings want comfort. Hey, something that you want is comfort. So if you can find a community that is lying to you, but that makes you feel good, you're probably going to feel. Remember, you were denied a lot of things in this world. Maybe you never had friends because you're too aware. You're able to see things that they couldn't see. So something about you was always saying no. So you weren't able to function very well, and so because of that, you were always an outcast. Like, they could also sense that you don't really fit in, right? So you never had friends. Maybe you struggle when it comes to relationships. You're not finding love. Every man that you find is not like you. You're like, damn, man, will I ever find a man? Every girl that you find is not like you. You're like, damn, man, will I ever find it? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are things that you need as a human to feel good, and you never had these things. So if you find a community that is actually telling you why you never had these things, how are you going to feel? You're going to feel good. You're going to feel like you belong. But it's a trap. I've listened to a lot of people who believe in New Age spirituality, and I'll be like, they're saying the same things that I'm saying, but the problem is they think that the horrible things that are happening for a good reason, and they can change the world. To tell you about the law of attraction. Just imagine anything that you want and you can have it. Making videos, advertising their business. Like, yo, just join my course. It's only $50 a month. You join. But here's the thing. If really they can create their own reality, like they actually realize how this world really works, right? They now got the secret of the universe, like they got it. Will they even need money to tell you how to make money? If I knew that the law of attraction works and I wanted to help people, I wouldn't want them to give me money, because I already know how to make money, I don't want to make money through them. I will teach them how it works, but I know how to make money. I'm good. I'm not going to need money from the person that I'm trying to teach how to make money. Something about it is off. There's nothing wrong with imagining things going well for you. That is good for your mental health. That is good for your overall health. You might actually function better in this world when you actually function better if you focused more on the positive things that are happening in your life and didn't think much or a lot about the negative things that are happening in your life. But that doesn't mean that the law of attraction works. You'll be waking up in the morning every day trying to manifest, thinking that you'll manifest what you want. It is good to work on how you feel when you wake up in the morning. I told you in a video that I published yesterday that it's like, trust me, if you work on how you feel, you realize that your day is going to be good. The way that people respond to you, people are going to respond well to you if you're feeling good. and people are going to respond horribly to you if you're not feeling good. I used to wonder before I realized how this thing works, right? Back when I used to drink alcohol a lot, I'll be in the street drunk, not holding a bottle or anything, not even holding a can, not even, and I wouldn't even seem drunk. I'll just be walking the street, and people who have never even said hi to me will greet me, and they'll be smiling, and they will start a conversation with me, and I'll be like, "What is going on here?" And it will happen like all the time until I realize that when I'm drunk, I seem happy. Not only do I seem happy, like I feel happy, you know. So because of that, the world is responding to my emotions. But if I'm feeling bad, if I had a bad day, bro, like nothing is going well for you that day, no matter what you do, it seems like everyone hates you. You know what I'm saying? Like no one is responding well to you. You could ask for help from a person that you're sure will help you, and they just don't help you. You find that even your interaction is bad. You're like, what is going on here? I thought I could rely on you. But if you're good, your emotions are good, you find that people are always willing to help. You even find help in a hopeless place. You're like, yeah, what's going on? They're responding to how you feel. The same way that they do in your dreams. But it's not really, it's not that you imagine things into existence. Is that if you feel good, then good things will happen. So you only work on feeling good. So, but they're taking it too far, turning it to a new religion. Like, yeah, just envision the car that you want, you know. Then there will be some testimonies. Yeah, someone will be saying that, yeah, you know, I wanted a new BMW. I didn't know I was gonna get it. I was actually homeless at the time, but I took this course, and you know, now I got it. You know, I'm inside it. It's a scam. But because we've never felt the way that we feel when people are telling us that we can make it by just envisioning whatever we want, we will fall for it. When people tell us that we were chosen, between 2017 and 2019, I used to believe that I was a starseed. I was an indigo child. I'm special. Yeah, man, I'm special. That is why I went through the things that I went through, without realizing the real truth. The real truth is that I was just too damn aware, and that is true. And I can't say that makes me special. It does make me different, because I can see what a lot of people cannot see. And I haven't been wrong about a lot of things that a lot of people have been wrong about. But yeah, I remember of being in so many groups, chosen ones groups, Lightworkers groups, Starseeds groups, Indigo children's groups, you know. I've been in all of these groups, feeling special. It's a trap. It's the matrix final deception for those who are waking up. Because you are waking up. How else would the matrix trap you? The matrix must make you feel like your suffering is justified. You're not suffering because there are some entities that want your energy, the energy that you produce when you're suffering. You're not suffering because you are in hell. No. You're suffering because you're here to learn a lesson. And once you graduate, you're going to go to the next level. You can't go to the next level until you graduate. You know what I'm saying? It's you who's actually causing your own suffering. It's you who chose to have the experiences that you're having. You think it's someone else, but it's actually you. You chose to have these experiences. You chose your parents. You chose your siblings. You made a soul contract before you came here. There's nothing that you're going to go through that you didn't agree to go through. That feels good, right? Imagine you're having the worst year of your life and you come across a video of a lady saying that there's nothing that you're going through that you didn't choose to go through. That'll make you feel better, won't it? I mean, you'll be like, yeah, why did I choose to go through all of that? But you'll be like, there must be a reason. And of course it's a good reason, because I have my best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have chosen to go through these things if it wasn't for my own good. So I need to be strong, and you know what I'm saying? So you feel good. So when you come across content online of people who are speaking the real truth, you're like, they're just negative. They're just negative. I used to feel the way that you used to feel. And this is what you're going to say, because of course you used to, right? Until you fell into a trap. So you're like, yeah, I used to feel the way that you used to feel. But now I feel better. You can feel better too. And I'll be like, you didn't take the final step. You waited too long and you fell into a trap. If you took the final step, you would see what I see. I understand the things that you understand. I've been there. But let's not pretend as if this is good. A lot of horrible things are happening for real, bro. Try to imagine a world like this. Let's say this world was not bad. Everyone was happy. We're doing fine. And there were things that we would need to learn. Do you think that we would create this kind of world in order to learn? Yeah, it would not be real, but really, what you must realize is that experience is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you were inside a simulation, whatever you be experiencing inside that simulation would be real, because you are experiencing it. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's making it real. It's what you're experiencing. So whether it's real or not, it doesn't matter if you're experiencing it, because you're experiencing it as if it's real. That would be like if they put you in a simulation, but yeah, in that simulation, whatever happen, when you touch something, you can feel that you've touched something, right? If you get hit by something, you can feel that you get hit by something, and you knew that you were inside a simulation 100%. But in that simulation, someone decides to come and torture you. You wouldn't want that experience, because you'll be suffering for real, even though it's not real. Even though you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be okay, but you will have suffered. That is the reason why you don't want to have a nightmare when you're dreaming, because you'll be suffering. So no one would choose to learn like that. We do want challenges, but this is not a challenge. This is different, bro. This is just a trap. This is hell. Hell is not a challenge. It's a place that you go to be tortured, basically. That's it. It's not a challenge to be tortured. There's nothing you're learning. It actually breaks you. I keep on telling you that suffering does not build character. It destroys it. So you're busy telling yourself that you're here to learn something. Dude, people ain't learning. All right? I'm telling you, people are not really learning anything valuable from their suffering. You know what they're learning? Learning things that are making them worse. People are learning how to isolate themselves and not love anyone. That's what they're learning. You remember when you were 13, 14 and you had a crush on a girl? Bro, the love that you felt, I think is the closest thing to true love. Like seriously, like you love without fear. I mean, you're afraid to approach her, but I mean, to love her, you just love her. And if you date, if you end up dating her, the love is gonna feel real. You know, your first love, it, that experience will be very intense. You know, you haven't experienced a lot of nonsense. Like you think that this love thing is real. You never get your heart broken. This person will never love another person, and it'll feel like you're gonna be happy for the rest of your life. That's it. But now you're too smart, right? Now you're like, yeah, women are this and that. Yeah, never love women like this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're giving each other toxic advice online on TikTok. Men are giving other men toxic advice. Women are giving other women toxic advice. If you treat her this way, she's gonna feel this way about you. She's gonna lose attraction and all that. That shit didn't exist when we were young. You were yourself around your girlfriend. You were real. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that we're not actually getting better. We are actually becoming worse. We've been betrayed a lot. We don't even believe in friendship. When we were young, we did. We thought we had friends. But this world is teaching us to hate one another. It's not teaching us to love one another. So are we really evolving, or this thing is poisoning our soul? What are you learning, bro? Like, what? If I asked you what you've learned, what would you say you've learned? You've only learned things that help you survive in hell. That's it. So yeah, in hell, of course you can't trust anyone, just like if you're in prison. But it doesn't mean that the lessons that you learn in prison, they're going to apply outside. In prison, maybe you have to sleep with one eye open. But you'll be suffering if you always had to sleep with one eye open when you're outside. You know what I'm saying? The rules are different in prison, but the things that you're going to learn ain't going to make you a better person. They're just going to help you survive in prison. You're going to join a gang, do what the boss is saying, so that you'll be protected. That's what you're going to learn. So is that how you're going to live when you're outside? You're going to join a gang so that you'll be protected? Will that make you better? Will you find the biggest guy and whoop his ass so that people will respect you? Will you always walk around with a shank? Do you get what I'm saying? Those lessons are only important when you are in prison for your survival. You know what I'm saying? But when you're outside, so really the nonsense that we're learning is only important while we're still here, because we're in a hell realm. But if we're not here, these lessons wouldn't even make sense. Maybe in a world that is actually good, trust will be a good thing. You'll be able to trust one another. You find that you don't have any fear that you can get betrayed. Everything is real. People are not lying. You know what I'm saying? You're not being deceived. There are no unnecessary hierarchies and all of that. Like, you're good. But here we're just trying to survive, and we're learning how to survive. And that is also corrupting us. We become corrupt. Even if you want to do good in this world, it's very difficult, because it's a hell realm. Sometimes you try to do good and get bad results. And have you let me show you. Let me give you another example why I'm saying that we're not actually here to learn. This example is going to resonate with you. Have you noticed that good people suffer the most? Good people are taken for granted. Think of a class. Okay, think of a test. A test where, when you get the right answers, you don't pass, and when you get the wrong answers, you pass. What are they really teaching you? You're supposed to pass when you get the right answers, and when you get the wrong answers, you don't pass. So if in this realm I'm a bad person and I'm winning and I'm okay and I'm happy, I'm being rewarded for being bad, and when I'm good, I'm not being rewarded, what am I being taught? Am I not being taught to be bad? Am I being taught to be good? Am I being taught to, you know what I'm saying? If we live in a world where if you think if you think clearly, you're going to be judged, right? If you ask the right questions, you don't just believe whatever you're being told, without questioning, without asking questions. You live life the way other people are living life. You don't try to live your own life. You don't try to be yourself. You must be like everyone else. Every time you try to be yourself, you're being discouraged. Every time you ask questions, you're being discouraged. Obviously, something is wrong. You are being trained to not ask questions, to not think for yourself, to not be original. How can that be good? The world is literally teaching you to conform. But here's what's messed up. It's not like the society that you are being forced to be a part of is perfect. It's very flawed. So you're supposed to conform in a society that is like deeply flawed in order to survive, and you're here to learn. You have to think thoroughly. You realize that now, man, it's all BS. It makes you feel good to believe that you chose to be here because, well, you've suffered a lot. But it's another trap. It's another trap. Is the final trap before you realize that this was hell. And that's what it was meant to be. And nothing is a mistake. So people suffering is not a mistake. It's not a bug. It's a future. It's easy to fall into a trap when you're vulnerable, man. People who believe in mediums, for example. If you just lost a person who was very close to you, you are traumatized, right? And someone comes to you and say, yo, I can talk to the person who just died. It's New Age spirituality. I can read energy. I can talk to the dead. New Age spirituality. They claim to have answers, but they want you to pay for their answers. Like, pay me to give you answers. But okay, if you want me to pay, then what you're doing must be real. There was a guy, I don't know if he's still alive. I think his name was James Randi. He had a TV show where he invited magicians to prove to him that magic is real. So psychics will, go and be part of the show, and he will expose them on live television. Like, there's never been someone who has actually been able to prove to us that they can actually talk to the dead, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? And we must ask ourselves why. I'm not saying magic isn't real. Of course, if there were beings who are able to do things that we cannot do, they will hide among us, perform magic for us, and we think it's not real. Attempt to explain what they're doing, but you find that it's actually real. They can do it for real. But really, people lie to those that are vulnerable. This matrix is like, oh, so you've experienced real trauma. Let me give you false answers so that you will stop seeking for answers. It's more like a diversion. Like I'm supposed to make you focus on something else, right? Instead of focusing on the real answers. Like I make you focus on something else, something that's gonna stop you from realizing the real truth. Isn't it isn't that brilliant when you think about it? Every time I come across a video of someone saying they're chosen and all of that, I'm like, who chose you? You're chosen by aliens, you're chosen by the universe, you're chosen by God. It feels good to say you were chosen. I was chosen. Like that, bro, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it makes you feel good to think you were chosen. To be chosen makes you feel good. So now you look at yourself and you're like, I'm special. I was chosen before I was born to come here and do so. And if you want to realize that you ain't chosen, you look at your life, like what is something that is really special that you've been doing, right? Like what is it? Is there something that's special that you've done in the world? Or whatever we're doing is not really changing the world? But you'll still be like, I was chosen. Remember I came across a video on TikTok of someone talking about 3i Atlas. If you don't know what 3i Atlas is this interstellar object that is in our solar system. They don't know where it really comes from, but they say it's behaving strangely. So someone was saying that that's a alien spaceship and the aliens are coming to take all Starseeds. And a lot of people believe it. Check the video, it has like over 100,000 likes. And there are other content creators who are saying the same thing. So now they're coming back to take Starseeds. I know we all want to feel special, but we need to be real about this place. We will make less mistakes when we're truly honest with ourselves and willing to be strong. Life is hard, man, and if you are too aware, it's going to be much harder. But there will be a lot of things that you will realize when you are intellectually honest, things that are really important. I would say it's better to suffer because you've realized the truth than to cope because you're lying to yourself. The reason why I would say it's better is because if you cope because you're lying to yourself, chances are one day the truth will catch up with you, and you have nowhere to run but to face the truth. It will be like if you were in a relationship with a person who doesn't love you, and you can see all the signs that this person doesn't love me, but you choose to lie to yourself. Yeah, this person loves me, blah 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 blah. I'm just being negative. When I believe that this person doesn't love me, one day the person is gonna show you that they don't love you. One day they will betray you, and you have nowhere to run. You try to call them and they don't pick up. Now you are facing the real truth, and you haven't learned how to cope. You see, but if you always chose truth, you know how to cope, even when you find yourself in bad situations. Like, yeah, it's the truth, This matrix wants to deceive everyone. Have you not wondered why New Age spirituality is popular now? It's because a lot of people are waking up. Like, they're realizing that the things that they were told were lies. There's a lot of suffering in the world. The old religions are no longer working. Like, they can see that, miracles don't happen here. We can see people getting prayed for and there are no miracles. You know what I'm saying? I've been praying my whole life and no miracles, So now they want something new, because the truth is catching up with them. Like, the truth will always prevail. So the truth is exposing all the lies that we've been told. So now there must be a new lie. You see? So it's coming in the form of New Age spirituality. The real truth is, this thing is a hell. And what we need to work on is our own liberation. We must work on waking up, reaching higher levels of consciousness, detaching ourselves from a lot of things in order to be powerful, protect our energy at all costs. Because this is what is wanted from us. If we keep on doing that well, then we'll keep on evolving. We're going to keep on reaching high levels of consciousness, becoming powerful, not being affected by small things, because we don't want to be affected. We don't want to live in fear. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to cling to this reality. You don't want to cling to any reality that you don't even understand. So really, what we must focus on is taking our power back. Trying to understand what we really are. Than to be given false answers that keep us in a low state of consciousness, that keep us trapped. Don't let the matrix or the universe or God's final deception trick you. Keep your eyes open. Thank you all guys for watching this video until the end. Like the video. Tell me what you think in the comment section about the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let us keep on growing. Share the video. Thank you.